You're listening to KYST 89.3, The Bone. The Bone. And now time for South Tucson Youth Football, simulcast on AM 1400, The Growler, and on South Tucson Local Access Channel 22.
Oh, man.
And you are looking live at Municipal Field number 89 in downtown South Tucson, Arizona. It is the home of the best team in South Tucson Youth Football for the 2017-2018 season. And they get their first ever playoff game, not just hosted, not just as a number one seed, but their first ever playoff game started right now. It's the Marmalade Shack, the home team, in their famous orange jerseys, white pants, and helmets. They're on defense to get things started, taking on a very, very up for it side in 1-800-Bayadad, a team with playoff experience. Probably the closest that any team has come to making all three playoffs in all three seasons. They missed it by one ranking point in the very first season. They were the 9th seed, the 9th ranked team, and back in the first season of South Tucson Youth Football, that did not cut it. That did not make them. Only 8 teams made it. They, however, made it to the playoffs last year. If I recall, it was as a... I am going to do a quick look at this to make sure I'm right. I believe it was as a 3 seed, and I'm going to double check that. No, it was a 2 seed. And so, actually, both teams are looking for their first ever playoff win. And the Marmalade Shack have already forced a punt, taking it on the bounce. They're going to get it close to midfield. They're going to spot on the 38-yard line. So here comes already only 34 seconds in, and the Marmalade Shack starting off with some strong defense. That's Crispy Mathers with a 3-yard catch. 1-800-Bayadad actually lost in their first round. In the quarterfinals, they got the first round bye as the 2 seed. Lost to Big Paul's Mexicanless Car Wash, who were the 7 seed by a score of 21-17. Actually lost in the postseason in the very first South Tucson Youth Football League as well. That was back when the 9th ranked team played the 10th ranked team, and they lost as the 9th ranked team. So, bit of a monkey to get off the back. Kind of haunted by these playoffs are 1-800-Bayadad. But if we've seen anything this season so far, we've seen the domination of the Child Services Conference, as we're seeing a 3-and-out right here, 4th and 3. A punt from the Marmalade Shack. It's going to take a decent bounce right into the hands of the return Marcelo Fuqua, return child, I guess. And here come Bayadad back with their second possession. Neither team able to do anything with their first chance with the football. But yesterday, if you missed yesterday, they will be up on YouTube shortly. I think what I'll do is I'll put all 4 games up at once, probably tomorrow during the day. You missed the lower seeds. The lower seeds doing work. You Need a Clown, the 7 seed, and Ted's Baby Clothes Emporium, the 6 seed, both taking momentum from their first round wins into the quarterfinals. They defeated their opponents. So the CSC now has 2 teams in the semifinals and guaranteed 1 team in the finals. They're going to air that one out. Our Bayadad, and it's picked off. It's a few yards short of its target, and it's an interception. Mike Terry airs it out, but Leo Jude drives it into the grass, just takes it out of the air, and this Marmalade Shack crowd are loving that. They'll take it down at the 35-yard line, and that is a huge error on the part of 1-800-BUY-A-DAD. As we were saying, and they're going to air it out and almost return the favor on the first play from scrimmage. Goodness me. Well, it's been very hot and cold so far. And a quick pass to Joshua Canary for 6 yards up the middle. Number 88. He's tackled for 6 yards. 3rd and 4. As mentioned yesterday, You Need a Clown completely running rampant over Flappy Pappy's pancake shanty. And people were kind of... It turned a lot of heads when Flappy Pappy's got the 2 seed and just rocketed up the rankings. And I guess, you know, those who said they were overseeded may have had a little bit of satisfaction in watching them lose. You Need a Clown, the first ever South Tucson Youth Football champions. Oh, fake the handoff there. Here comes Sausage up the middle. Juke and jiving as quick as that tubby body can take him. Enough for the first down, 15 yards to be exact. And the Marmalade Shack putting together the first really successful so far drive, the most successful drive we've seen in the game so far. Our second game yesterday was a good one. Ted's Baby Clothes Emporium as the 6th seed. Again, you know, talk about overseeding. Ted's may be considered underseeded, but they also, you know, lost a couple games down the stretch. They were ranked 1, 2, 3 in the start of the season. They took on another team that was considered a top 3 team. Of course, they got the 3 seed. Twin Towers Construction. Twin Towers lost by a score of 24-14. So now one semifinal will be Ted's Baby Clothes Emporium as the 6th seed hosting You Need a Clown, the 7th seed. And now we're going to find out who the other 2 teams will be. And again, the story is the Marmalade Shack versus 1-800-BUY-A-DAD. Our later game is Moist Adventures Indoor Water Park hosting Captain Chuck's Adventure Taxi. There goes Sausage. He's got a lot of space to run. Ducks his head just short of the first down marker. They'll give him 10, but not enough to get the chains moving. It's 2nd and inches, but they're into the red zone for the first time of any team. And this first quarter has really picked up in pace and in offense excitement. They're going to overthrow, looking for the end zone on that first play. But the CSC, statistically the best conference in South Tucson this season, the Child Services Conference, already have 2 teams in the semifinals. Flag down as Sausage easily just bursts through the defense and explodes in the mouth of the backfield. Kevin Sampson going to be called for a face mask. Only gets about a yard penalty on that one, so, you know, maybe not the worst thing. The first down was already a given. Now it's on the 1-2 yard line. Let's take a drink and, you know, hey, if there's ever a time to commit a face mask penalty, it's probably when the stakes aren't that high. Handing it off, Zach Horn in to finish the job and get the touchdown for the Marmalade Shack, putting the number 1 seed up to start with the first score on the board. Minute 19 to go in the first quarter. There's the extra point. It is up and good. 7-0. Marmalade Shack over 1-800-BUY-A-DAD. And again, we've been saying the story could be that the CSC may have all 4 teams that made the playoffs make the semifinals. That is entirely possible if Moist Adventures as the 4 seed win the later game, and if 1-800-BUY-A-DAD can pull off the big upset. We have never seen, and this is an amazing stat, the number 1 seed has never won a game in the South Tucson Youth Football playoffs. That was Welders of the Universe in the 2016 season, who lost in the opening game, the 1 versus 8 game. Recall to, I think it was Rusty Pipe Job Plumbing. Or was it Busted Rubber? I'm going to look it up now. And I know that Texas Roadhouse, the number 1 seed last year, lost to the Binging Texan as a 9 seed in overtime. So there is a little bit of a demon. It was Rusty Pipe Job Plumbing. I'm sorry, it was Rusty Pipe Job. Busted Rubber. Also, you know what? The interesting thing is that same thing can be said about the 2 seed. In fact, that will not change. The 2 seed has never won a playoff game.
Previous play is under review.
And they are reviewing the play. I'm not sure what they're reviewing for. They're reviewing a catch. Looks like he caught it. There's 1 foot down, and he's out of bounds. So we'll see what they decide, the elders on the sideline.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
And the play stands. It is a first down from Bayadad's own 43. So as it stands, the 2 seed in the 3 seasons of South Tucson Youth Football, the 2 seed has never won a playoff game. Flappy Pappies this year, 1-800 Bayadad last year, and Busted Rubber in the first ever season. Same goes for the 1 seed, Welders and Taxes Roadhouse. The Marmalade Shack want to change that. Basically, someone's O must go, and that's a huge catch by Precarious Situation on the move down the left sideline. 18 yards. The running back proves he can catch it too.
Makes the reception. That's a gain of 16 on the play. First down.
Sorry about that. A little audio thing. At the end of the first quarter, Bayadad on the move. Inside the red zone situation. Going nowhere to start. Miracle Juggernaut. A defensive stalwart of the Marmalade Shack, preventing any sort of movement. It's 2nd and 10. Terry gonna throw it short. Wally Callahan gets 5 yards. Making it 3rd and 4, and a huge 3rd down stop in the minds of the Marmalade Shack defense, just to stay in the heads of Bayadad. Big drop back for Terry. He dumps it off the situation. Enough for the first down and the touchdown. Precarious Situation with the touchdown, and Bayadad tying this one up.
Attempt is good. Hudson back deep to return.
There's the kickoff, and the Marmalade Shack. Good movement, and he's going to get some great field position with a flag. Oh my goodness, Hudson
Face mask. Defense.
gets the face mask in addition to it, and the Marmalade Shack tear off a huge run, and they have moved it down to the 21-yard line. Unreal.
That's good for a gain of 7.
6 yards to get things started. That's Morgan Starks with the catch. Back of the end zone, caught. Joshua Canary not messing around at all. Gets the touchdown. Jimmy Dean Sausage airing it out. Sees the coverage, plays it short, goes for the back corner. Picture perfect pass. And the Marmalade Shack regain the lead. Extra point makes it 14-7. we're really starting to the canary in the coal mine. Oh my God, Dwap, that's amazing. That's fantastic. I hate and love you for that. And precarious situation. Pulls off a 25-yard run up the middle. The offense of both these teams is just going for it. And Bayadad, 1st and 10 from the 33. Looking to answer right away. Here's Mike Terry. Shotgun snap for Bayadad. Enough for the first down. Does a little juke and jive. Nuggets Malone gets 18 yards on that catch. First down. And they're in the red zone quicker than you can call that last touchdown.
It 1st and goal.
Situation, 1st and goal in, gets his 2nd touchdown of this game, tying it up again. 3 minutes to go in the half, and we are looking potentially at a shootout here. Took a while to get things warmed up. We're looking at 14 apiece in the 1 versus 9 matchup.
Hudson back to return. Hudson returns the kick. 17 yards.
Flag on the play as that run went nowhere. Let's see what they end up doing.
Face mask.
Face mask. Everybody
Defense.
take a drink. Let me know what you're drinking. I've got hand sanitizer mixed with a little bit of wing sauce.
Automatic first
It's
down.
the it's actually the 3rd hottest wing sauce, but it has a name associated with it that makes you think it's like only the 7th or 8th. It's from a wing place that kind of has them, you know, ranked by like adjectives. So like nuclear and turbo and you've got to be shitting me and you've got to be shitting yourself and stuff like that. And it's one called Bite Me, which makes you think, okay, that's not that bad. But it's actually way higher up the ranking despite its name not really appropriately fitting in there. So there you go. Larger than intended glass of thick water. Oh, was that you who posted the thick water? That's beautiful. It was disgustingly beautiful. Oh. At the end zone. Big deflection.
Receiver on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
Sausage, 3rd and 4, goes overthrown. 4th and 4, and they're definitely in the
Receiver on the play.
in that no man's land at the 35. No reason to punt it. They're gonna go for it. 4th and 4, and trust their defense if they can't make it, but they trust their offense to throw it. Catch made. Turn by Canary. No coal mine this time. He's just gonna sing right out of bounds. And a first down keeps the Marmalade Shack moving downfield in this tie game with 1:38 to go in the first half. Airing it out. Picked off in the end zone. Interception. 1-800-BUY-A-DAD, showing they've got the defensive skills to put a stop on a bit of a rally. He just pulled that right out of the hands of the intended receiver. That child is going to be, well, the child that didn't make the catch is going to be severely abused by a coach. But here comes Buy-A-Dad. Mike Terry, broken play, looks to run. Sacked for a loss of 2. 2nd and 12 from their own 18. And again, you add that huge drop back that Buy-A-Dad takes. It's really like having to go 20 yards sometimes. And it's incomplete. 3rd and 12. Marmalade Shack may have already made up for their error if they can force a 3-and-out situation. Trying to get the 12. Runs into a huge hit. Only gets 7. 4th and 5. Punt unit comes out. Marmalade Shack have used their first time out to get themselves as much time as possible. A flag on the play.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
The punt was a short one. It's going to give the Marmalade Shack even
Still
better
down.
field position from the 31-yard line with 71 seconds left to go in this half. They can absolutely get a touchdown and take the lead going into the half. They're going to start off overthrown. And stops the clock. 2nd and 10.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
1:07 to go in the half. 14 apiece. Marmalade Shack are going to get the football to start this second half. They'd love to get 2 scores back-to-back. Bryce Solo was open, 31-yard touchdown. And the Marmalade Shack are showing why they are never to be counted out, why the #1 team in all of South Tucson earned that #1 next to their name. Best record in South Tucson, 9-2. A conference championship, destroying Extreme Dentistry by a score of 42-10 in that BSB conference championship. 6-1 in conference. Their only losses were in week 2 to Tremor's Pizza and in week 10 to Crambler's House of Gags and Actual Items after they already had clinched a spot in the championship game. Schedule wasn't the most amazing, but they were easily the most dominant, and you can see what they can do. But now it's time for Buy-A-Dad to try to make something happen. Precarious situation, unable to get to that first down marker. It's 2nd and 1. 53 seconds to go in the half. Plenty of time. That Marmalade Shack drive ended up taking very, very little time off the clock, actually.
Pass is incomplete. No longer the intended receiver on the play. That'll make it 3rd and 1.
It's 3rd and 1 now.
Holmes on the tackle. Gain of 19 yards. That makes it 1st and 10.
And Buy-A-Dad first down. Working deep. There you go, 33 seconds. Wally Callahan gets out of bounds.
1st down.
Stopping the clock, 33 seconds. They are looking to score a touchdown and tie this game up going into the half. It's been Buy-A-Dad chasing the game the entire time. They haven't really been able to do enough. If Marmalade Shack can stop them from scoring entirely, that would be something. Williamson, 8-yard catch.
Number 4 with the tackle at the 10-yard line. That makes it 2nd and 2.
That is caught, but there's a flag on the play. It was not in the end
Personal
zone.
foul. Roughing the passer.
Roughing the
Defense.
passer is the call, which
Still
puts
first
it
down.
right on the 1-yard line. So everybody go ahead and take a drink for that roughing the passer call. Empty backfield though, and Terry throws it to, I guess, where he thought a receiver would be.
That brings up 2nd and goal.
The play got busted up, 2nd and goal, and at this point, pitch play, unnecessary juke, and Eddie Lambert, the backup running back, will in fact get the touchdown, tying things up for Bayadad. We are watching something special in this game. In the quarterfinals with a spot in the Final Four awaiting the winner. And of course our last game of the quarterfinals coming up after this, Moist Adventures and Captain Chuck's Adventure Taxi. Tie game. Avery Hudson, 23-yard return, 5 seconds to go in this half. Will the Marmalade Shack take a shot downfield? I figure why not? You got nothing to lose. They're going to start the half with the football. Sausage dropping back, a lot of time, airs it out. It is caught, but at the end of the half, it was just nothing more than pretty much padding the stats. 47 yards to Joshua Canary. Great catch, but unable to get out of the down and into the end zone. Well, it's tied at 21, and we'd like to thank our corporate sponsors, Nissan. Be sure to test drive the all-new Nissan 2018 Laugh Finder. It's found in stores now because that's where they're driven into. Mind the broken glass. And of course, our corporate sponsor, Tucsonade. Be sure to try all the new flavors. Be sure to try new Tucsonade Dry. It's like actually a powder. It's, you kind of have to add a little bit of water just to kind of cut it. I mean, it's really, really powerful steroids though, so you know, maybe the water couldn't hurt. It's Tucsonade Dry. All the steroids with none of the thirst quenching, hydration, electrolyte replenishing ability. Get that out of the way, right, proper. Yeah, so that's the halftime. It's tied at 21, and we are in for a second half in this, what is an instant classic. Can the curse of the #1 seed be broken? I don't know if we can say it's a curse. I think if the Marmalade Shack lose today, then, you know, one's a happening, two's a pattern, or two's a coincidence, three's a pattern. And that would be something. So Bayadad gonna kick things off, and the Marmalade Shack gonna basically start where they left off with the football.
Hudson with the return. Kickoff return.
Avery Hudson, 19 yards up the middle. Nothing spectacular on that return. But they start from the 39-yard line. And it's basically a one-half game. It's tied up, so that's all we got left right now. Eight-yard catch by Canary.
That makes it 2nd and 2.
Look at that stat line for Jimmy Dean's Sausage. Really starting to look impressive. 13 for 20, 157 yards. Only the one interception, really the only blip.
That makes it 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7, loss of 5 on the play to Zach Horn. Using that shotgun snap is Sausage. He's very much a pocket passer, but he has the ability to move if he needs to. Zach Horn with the catch, gets a couple of those extra yards after the reception, which is enough for the first down. And this Marmalade crowd is going crazy. They have been loud the entire game. They are continuing to support this team. They have just been such a force to be reckoned with. Very much a 12th man on the field. It's been great to see, you know, the BSB, the Big Small Business Conference. Not a lot of talking about it, to be fair, but you get to see they have every once in a while a team that comes out and just dominates like this. You know, it's impressive. You know, all these teams are worthy of a look if they have, you know, if you have the best record in all of South Tucson. You know, that's not an accident. That's not just a convenient scheduling matter. As you can see right now, Canary, the go-to receiver for Sausage. Canary Sausage. There you go. Or a Sausage Canary. Whatever you choose on that one. Not sure if you saw the news today, but the Diddler Cup is coming back as well to this very network later this year. Basically, a nice way of saying once all the cars are made and all the tracks are figured out. Another big catch made. They are working Canary hard. 1st and 10 into the red zone every time. It's been Canary. He's come up big with a play. And they just, look at that offensive line, giving them a lot of time. Comes back, caught Bryce Sowell. 9-yard catch. It's 2nd and 1 down to the 6-yard line. And look at how they got him lined up. 6 on the line. Quick dump off play to the running back. Zach Horn actually is going to lose a yard on that one. Can't get to the first down marker.
Let's go! Green 90! Green 90!
That makes it 1st and goal.
Let's go! Check, check! Box 2!
And Sausage keeps it himself and rushes it in for the touchdown.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
And a face mask giving Bayadad. So Marmalade Shack just committing these penalties, and we've been seeing it a lot yesterday. I don't know if the referees are just being a little more of dicks to these children.
Let's go! Green 95!
Incomplete pass. Number 34 was the intended receiver on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Coming to you!
2nd and 10. Terry fending off almost a sack coming his way. Dumps it off the situation. Back to no gain. 3rd and 10.
Number 34, the intended receiver on the play.
4th and 10. The punt unit coming out. The first punt we're seeing. This is a football game where we're seeing wind sprints gone horribly, horribly wrong. No, the wind sprints that went horribly, horribly wrong happened in all the training camps. It's actually a required exercise and drill for all 60 teams, literally called wind sprints gone horribly, horribly wrong. It really weeds out the kids who are weak and cowardly and in need of hydration.
Gain of 3
So
on
there
the
you
play.
go.
That'll make it 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. Sausage from the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. Takes it himself. ambles to the first down marker, gets an extra 5, or sorry, an extra 12. Extra 5 after the first down, I guess that would be a 12-yard rush for Jimmy Dean's Sausage. He's been doing it all for the Marmalade Shack, and we were already 1 minute to go in the third quarter. On the run, big catch, Bryce Sowell, 15 yards, first down, Marmalade Shack.
That makes it 1st and 10.
Zach Horn, 8 yards up the middle, and the Marmalade Shack not stopping in any way. Sausage unable to get any forward momentum there. Dante Lawson able to bring the big, hefty quarterback down. And I think the Marmalade Shack may just take this, right to the fourth quarter. 2nd and 10, 5 minutes to go. The number 1 seed with a slim lead over the 9 seed, 1-800-BUY-A-DAD. It's the Marmalade Shack up 28-21, and what we've seen is so far to be a shootout. Switch sides of the field, down to the 32-yard line, and the Marmalade Shack, led by Jimmy Dean Sausage. Big catch made by Andre Tatum. It's going to be 3rd and 1, just short, and Sausage, look at that stat line, 20 for 29, 229. He rushed for a touchdown, threw for 2. Only 1 interception. This is all-star stat line we're seeing for the Marmalade Shack. And I hand it off to Zach Horn. He'll get plenty up the middle. Sorry, that was Tremaine Scruggs. Excuse me, Zach Horn's number 2. It's the backup, Tremaine Scruggs. 1st and 10, and Marmalade Shack taking their time. Quarterback keeper, Sausage. Play falls apart, loses a yard. 2nd and 11. Happy to let the clock run down just a little bit, though. 4:20, blaze it, left in this game. And we're going to take a quick break between these games, and when we come back, we'll have our second game of the evening. Ooh, another sack dropped for a loss of 2. It's 3rd and 13.
That'll make it 3rd and 13.
With 4:07 to go. Our last game of the quarterfinals. Coming up next, Moist Adventures Indoor Water Park, the 4 seed, taking on 12 seed Captain Chuck's Adventure Taxi. Sausage, long 3rd down, gonna dump it off short to his running back. A lot of room to run. He gets the touchdown. It's Zach Horn, running back in the end zone. A 3rd passing touchdown for Sausage. His 4th overall. And Zach Horn with the short dump off play to the running back. He got it all after the reception. Just chopped his way down the right side and puts a little bit of daylight between Marmalade Shack and 1-800-BUY-A-DAD. Look at that. 327 total yards to 200. Let's see what 1-800-BUY-A-DAD can do. The return is taken by the 20-yard line. A big hit by Nuggets Malone. Went a little high there. Maybe a little chop right to the throat of that 11-year-old. And they'll start from inside their 40. 3:48 to go. That is a lot of time to get downfield, score a touchdown, force a stop. Got all 3 timeouts, not have to worry yet. Mike Terry, but the ball's loose. It's picked up by someone from Bayadad, so they will keep the ball but lose 6 yards in the process. Didn't even see him coming. Hit him on the blind side. The ball comes loose. And good for number 78 picking up that fumble. Or else this would pretty much be game over for 1-800 Bayadad. That is incomplete. Broken up by Miracle Juggernaut. A fairly quiet captain presence for the Marmalade Shack. Miracle Juggernaut. That defensive player just keeps these other kids in line. And they're able to convert the first down. Jermaine Williamson. Big catch gets out of bounds. 3:23 to go in this game. They hurry to the line. This ball is spotted on the 50. Terry snapping from under center. Short dump off pass. Oh, huge hit. Wally Callahan. Was it worth the 1 yard? Oh, let's see this hit again. He just turns. Boom! Oh, like a sidewalk slam on that one. Clock continues to run. 3:07. No timeouts used by either team. The Marmalade Shack would like this clock to continue to go fast. They will not use their timeouts. But Bayadad still have their 3. Down by 14. A flag on the play.
Personal foul. Face mask.
Face mask is
Defense.
going to give a first down to Bayadad and move the football down to the 28-yard line.
Automatic
Could have been a
first
third down, a tricky third down. But instead, that error. And you can see how quickly they're getting set up. The clock is continuing to run. Overthrown on first down. Terry, 17 for 30. Not the stat line that we're used to seeing out of 1-800 Bayadad. He's going to take off running himself. Gets the first down and is brought down just beyond that. 13 yards. 1st and 10 from the 15. Again, when a first down is made, that stops the clock until the ball is spotted. Overthrown. That'll stop the clock. An interception. An incomplete pass. 2:32 to go. Still down by 14. All 3 timeouts. Fake the handoff. Terry looking to go left. He's brought down. First down, but no touchdown there. 1st and goal.
That makes it 1st and goal.
From the 3-yard line. See, offensively, both teams playing really well. And 2nd and goal. That short pass. Play kind of broken up. Terry got hurried there. Had a defender right in his face. 2nd and goal from the 4. Fakes the handoff. And gets the touchdown. Mike Terry, 3 yards. Quiets this crowd just a little bit. Getting a little bit nervous. It is only a 1-score game again. And you got to imagine that Bayadad are going to go for the onside kick. Or maybe they won't. 2:14, a lot of time. Force a punt. Use all 3 timeouts. Try to get the tie. Let's see what they decide.
Hudson back deep to return.
They decide not to onside kick it. The kickoff goes all the way to the 15, and Stephen Fontaine only gets 16 yards on that. They'll start from the 31. Marmalade Shack, 2:10 left to go in this game. They've got to protect this lead. And it'll be a lot of running plays you gotta feel to just drain this clock, force the timeouts. Or not, they'll just dump it off short. Crispy Mathers with a first down. But he gets up, and they call the timeout. So it's 2:03 to go. Handing it off to Zach Horn. And he'll get tackled for a gain of 6. 2nd timeout for Bayadad, and Bayadad really need to start making some stops. They've already used 2 of their 3 timeouts. 2 minutes to go. There's the handoff. And there's the first down. Effectively icing this game. Marcelo Fuqua with the tackle. Like many of the dads available at your touchpad, they're looking for their tie. Sausage keeps it himself. And, I mean, if you can't bring him down, they're not just going to take a knee at this point. That is very un-South Tucson-like. But maybe they do now and just kind of know they've got the game won. 1:24 to go. Clock is continuing to run. This game is just about over, but stay tuned. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll have our second game of the evening. Moist Adventures, the 4-seed, taking on 12-seed Captain Chucks.
That'll make it 2nd and 4.
But the curse of the 1-seed ends in this season with the Marmalade Shack taking a well-earned victory, albeit a close one. And that will do it. The final score, the number 1 seed, the Marmalade Shack, beating 1-800-BUY-A-DAD by a score of 35-28. And there is your player of the game. It is Jimmy Dean Sausage, 4 total touchdowns. What a stat line for that kid. And he is going to have a nice meal and sit back and catch the second game where they find out who their opponents will be. The first CSC team falls in the quarterfinals. It's 1-800-BUY-A-DAD, still looking for their first playoff win, but the Marmalade Shack becoming the first 1 seed to actually get a win in the playoffs. We'll be back in just a moment with our second game, but that's going to be it for us for this game. My name is Brian Hughes. So long, Arizona.